Hello children, welcome to Soma Ma'am's English classes. Today we are doing the lesson Lost Spring. Lost Spring, this story is written by Anis Jung. This is the second lesson of Flamingo, of the book Flamingo, class 12. Okay, so let's begin. And today I am very excited to make this video because this video is made by my students and his full group by my student Deepak Yadav of 12 Humanities. He has made the video under my guidance along with all his classmates. So at the end of the video his identity will be revealed. So let's continue this explanations. Now this is about the author Anis Jung. You can see in the picture she was born in Rourkela, Odisha, India in the year 1944, age 76 to 77. So she is still alive and must be like 76 or 77 years of age. She is an Indian woman author, journalist and columnist. Means she writes for newspaper. She belongs to an aristocratic family of poets. Her most noted work is Unveiling India 1987, and this was a detailed chronicle of the lives of women of India. Now in this video you will get the summary of the lesson The Lost Spring. So let's begin. The author tells us stories of her interactions with children from deprived backgrounds. She describes their poor condition and life in an interesting manner. The story touches the readers and is very, very thought-provoking. You can see in the picture, this is a very common sight which you all must have also witnessed. Small children, they are scrounging in the dumped all the garbage. You can see in the photograph. Now the author described in the story, she described two of her encounters with children from the deprived backgrounds. Through them, she wants to highlight the plight of street children, forced into labor early in life and are denied the opportunity of schooling. Also, she brings out the callousness of society and the political class towards the sufferings of the poor. Okay. So these videos and all these pictures what you are seeing, they are all made by my student Deepak and his group. The first encounter is with a rag picker boy named Sahibe Alam, who migrated from Bangladesh in 1971 and now they live in Simapuri in Delhi. This is the outskirt of Delhi, the border of Delhi. These rag pickers, these children look for valuables in the garbage. Things like a coin or torn shoes which are as precious as gold for them. See the picture? Very common sight which you all also must have seen quite a few times in your life. They could hardly manage some food for themselves. Other things like identity, education, shoes and sports are their unfulfilled dreams. Their parents scrounge the garbage searching for things that help them survive, afford food, clothing and shelter for the family. So their main target of life was roti, kapda, makan. Beyond that, those things, beyond these three things, everything was like imagination for them. The children hunted through the garbage heaps, looking for things which could partially fulfill their unfulfilled dreams. See, this is the picture which depicts the story so well. Although it's a cartoon form, but you can see these are all like his dreams: a home, good dresses, and books, and copies, and good food. These are all their dreams. One day, the writer saw the boy holding a steel can going towards the milk booth. He had got a job at a tea stall. He was happy that he would get 800 rupees and all the meals. The writer noticed that Sahib had lost the freedom of being his own master, which he had enjoyed as a rag picker. See, now Sahib, he has left his rag picking bag, sack, and now he is making tea. He is preparing tea. The second boy, so there are two divisions in the story. There are two stories actually what the author has narrated. The second boy was Mukesh, who belonged to a family of bangle makers in Firozabad. The boy had a dream of becoming a car mechanic. On the contrary, his family was traditionally engaged in bangle making. Although the profession harmed them physically and they hardly earned any money out of it. But that only they considered they can only do. They cannot switch their profession. See in the picture you can see a small boy. He belongs to this bangle manufacturer family. They make the bangles. He makes the bangle. See, these are beautiful glittering glass bangles. They look beautiful, but the making story of these bangles, when you get into the detailed part of the story, you will realize what are the hazards, life-taking hazards for these workmen. See in the right hand side the picture. This is the dream of Mukesh, who belonged to the family of bangle making. Now let's continue. You are watching Matchless Mentor. I am your English teacher Soma ma'am, and this video is prepared under my guidance by one of my student Deepak Yadav. Still, no one dared to dream of doing something else due to the fear of the police and the middlemen. So you can make out they cannot come out of this profession. The family elders were content that other than teaching the art of bangle making to their children, they had been able to build them a house to live in. The boy wanted to be a car mechanic. Cars only all that Mukesh had seen on the roads of his town, and so he could not dream any further. See the picture, so much related to the story. See the small child, poor child, how she is, this is a boy, how he is looking into the car, and see the dream of that child. So that's all in this video. This is Deepak Kumar Yadav. You can see in the picture. He has made this video under my guidance and he has done wonderful. So children, I hope you all have understood, you all have got the gist of the story Lost Spring. This is one of the most important chapter of class 12. You get a lot of questions from this lesson, so you need to know the minute details of this lesson. So to know the minute details of this lesson, you watch another video of the Matchless Mentor. There you will get the detailed explanation, line by line explanation, and the meanings in the explanation video of this lesson, which will be also available in the channel. So thanks for watching, and once again I would remind you that you must read the text, and then first you watch the video and then you must read the text. So bye children, meet you again in my next video.